Just wanted to come in and share with you this exciting new feature because it blew my mind when I saw this. Hey guys, I wanted to come in and share with you a new AI feature that is now in SocialBee if you use SocialBee as your social media management tool. Now, I am an avid user of Jasper and I've been geeking out over ChatGPT, but when it's incorporated into a tool that you're already using, it's truly, in my opinion, a game changer. So let's get started. So I'm going to come up here to add post. And right now what I want to do is I want to create a post for an event that I have coming up this week. So this is the normal way that it usually looks. The difference is there's this little icon here that says AI. So I'm going to open that up and it's going to ask me now to choose the text type that I want to add to my post. So do I want to just do a generic social media post? Do I want to summarize some text? And or do I want to create an ad from a product description? So in this particular example, I have a bio of one of my panelists. So I am going to select summarize. So in this new window, it's now asking me, how do I want to generate the post captions using AI? So I can add in this box a writing command that starts with write, explain, list, answer, define, whatever, or I can add a link to a particular page. I'm actually not gonna say write, explain, or whatever. I'm just gonna put in the copy and see what it does because it actually works in both instances. You don't have to actually give it a specific command. Now I do want you to ignore this run command with Jasper. That's a plugin that I have from Jasper. So I'm just now going to paste in my copy. Now bear in mind in this box, you can only use 474 characters in your writing command or your description, whatever you want to call it. So you need to make sure that you don't go over that. So the next step is you now need to choose your tone of voice. How do you want this to come across to your viewers? So you have the choice of casual, polite, formal, informal, humorous, serious, optimistic, motivating, respectful, and assertive. So I like to either sort of segue between either casual or informal. I'll choose informal today. You can choose as many posts to generate as you would like, but just bear in mind, the more that you ask this to do, the longer it will take. So I'm going to stick to my usual is 3 to 4. And so I'm just going to stick with that and click on generate. Now, again, depending on the copy that you're asking it to generate from, it will, and the tone, it may take a few seconds. I've had it where like by now it would be here. And then I've had some where it's taken an excruciatingly long period of time, or it just didn't do anything. I think the other caveat with this is that if a lot of people are using OpenAI, then that is going to delay and slow down your results. But now you can see that I have 3 results. When reading through these, with the exception of a few corrections here and there, I've actually been quite impressed with the results that it spits out. So let's see what this says. Yafat is an amazing entrepreneur who runs an engagement marketing. Okay, so that actually is a great summary. The thing that I wasn't able to do because just her bio alone took up so much time was actually talk about why I wanted this to be a post in the first place, which is the fact that she is going to be one of my panelists. So from here, what I could do is I could say, you know what, let me just select them all. So I can select them, select all by just coming up here to this grayed area and then use them. And then within each, what I can then do is tweak these so that I can add in the information that I want actually for my presentation. So I can put meet panelist, if I, and then she's, and I like to, she's an amazing, okay. Join her and the rest of the panelists. Oh, panelist on Wednesday, February 22nd at 12 noon Eastern Time for a live panel discussion about the intersection of AI and content marketing, period. And then from here, if I want, I can add a link or two, which I don't have ready, unfortunately, but if I wanted to add in a link, I could add in fact, actually, I do have that. Here we go. So I will put this. So we'll put that there. Now I do not want to have this as my, I want to add in an actual video, image. So I'm going to have her image there, and then I'm going to copy, actually, I'm going to copy all of this to each of the other ones. So, and then I'm going to also add in an image momentarily. And so let's get rid of that, and let's add in her image. And then this one, we're going to get rid of that, and we're going to add in her image. So all I would do here is and we just need to tweak a few things. And then the other thing that I am most likely going to do is make this so that we can tag her in the, oh, I have this twice. Did not notice that, so I need to remove that extra line because I already have her. And I can also do the @ symbol up there, and just let's tweak this one because it's repeated. So we can do that up here. And that's that. So when you're finished, if there's anything else that you need to do, you can categorize it. You can do all the other things that you need to do within it. I'm actually going to set this as a draft because I like to double check and triple check before I send things out. And then I'm just going to save it. There you go. So I want to hear your feedback, and I want you to join us on Wednesday, February 22nd at 12 noon Eastern Time, live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook, so that we can join in together and have this discussion about exploring the intersection between AI and content marketing, because I truly do believe content marketing and AI are here to stay. And I can tell that it's here to stay because a lot of the regular normal platforms that I've been using for however long are now incorporating aspects of AI. But bear in mind, a lot of these platforms have always had it in the background. And we may not have actively been using it, but it was the way in which some of these platform softwares and tools were working anyway. But now they're making it a little bit more user-friendly, and they're sort of being more front-facing with it. And so I want to hear what your thoughts are. Some people, when I've polled on this, People either are 100% for it or 100% against it. There are some dark sides of AI, but when it comes to content marketing, I want to hear what your thoughts are. So join us on Wednesday, the 22nd at 12 noon Eastern. See you then. Bye.